Hello, it's Ida Norris. We're continuing with our Longlining 101, and we're just going to review a few things. Today we're going to go straight ahead in the arena. We're going to figure out how to get that done for you. Be sure to close your arenas. Close the doors if you can. Go in a round pen if you have to. Go in the pasture. Close the gates if you can. If you can be in an enclosed area, it's definitely safer for you. Now don't forget that your surcingle has to be placed where your saddle would be, and that it has to be tight. And when you tighten a surcingle, you hang on to the center of it, keep it centered, and pull up and tighten. And it has to be tight enough as if a saddle, like saddle tight, no shifting, no slipping. So it's got to be tight. I already set my outside line, and leather lines are way safer. It's really dangerous to use slippery nylon lines, and lunge lines are nutty. You can do it, but they're super unsafe. If you can get a decent, if you can't, you can have an inexpensive surcingle, but buy decent lines, and waxed leather is the best. Don't remove the wax. Don't forget, don't soften the lines. Leave the wax on them. Actually, stiffer lines are safer because they don't, not as likely to get wound around you and the horse if the horse gets away from you. I set the outside line already. Always set your outside line first. I put it directly to the bit and directly straight back. I'm going to turn around so you can see what I did. So this is set in neutral, the outside line. This is the buckle end. I put it through the middle, which is neutral, the middle height ring. Reinforced squares are for putting things and hooking them onto, like side reins. But anyway, so right to her bit, you can either remove her reins, or I rolled them. I rolled her reins. So you want to have your horse turned around facing left, because when you don't know how a horse is going to move, most horses lunge better left, they go better left, they're used to being handled to the left a lot better. So start left. If you don't know how your horse is going to be, start left. You need a pair of gloves. You need your helmet. Your helmet needs to be tight. You got to have shoes that you can really move fast in, and leather if you can. So I got my paddock boots on. Some people put their hunt boots on, their dressage boots, but it's hard to run in those or to move fast, I think. So some people use running shoes, but I don't recommend them, because if you get stepped on, that's a problem. So right now I do have the flexible gullet surcingle on, which is awesome for horses all different sizes and shapes. It fits everything. So don't forget, I'm setting my line in neutral. I took the buckle end, I put it through her snaffle. You need to be doing this with some kind of an English snaffle. No curves, no weird stuff. I'm going to set it in the middle square ring, which for her, well, this is a little bit low, but for beginners, this was where you would put it. If you don't know, it's above their shoulder, but not at shaft length. And this is classical longlining I'm going to do. I'm not going to be behind her today, because, the first time you do a horse, you don't know if they kick. I don't usually step behind horses and drive right behind them until they're well started in longlining in the classical position. And we're going to show you the classical position today. Now, remember about your lines that these are in a loop right now, but I need to arrange those that they are accordion pleated over my hands, so that if she pulls through, that these are not wound around my hand. This is just like lunge line safety or rein safety. So before you go anywhere, you got to remember, you got to be sure that the horse is not weird about the lines. Now you have two options. You can have the ends of each one in each hand, or you can have the ends in one hand. You're going to see me swap back and forth all the time. I do that constantly. Stacking them up in your hand and taking them like driving reins so that the top is between your index finger and your thumb is very common, or putting them around your ring finger as if you are riding is another position. So when you're ready to go, you ease the horse forward towards the rail, get them right up straight next to the rail, kind of here. And if you really think they're not going to go, it sometimes takes another person, and that person walks along with them, kind of like leading them. But most horses, I've started so many without help. Most of the ones I have to do, I don't have any help. And so you want to step, use your outside rein to keep their head towards the rail. And I'm going to use my outside rein, and I stepped away from her, and she started right up the rail. You know, it's kind of no fair because this one knows what she's doing, but you need to be, you know, outside of kicking distance of her leg and at a 45-degree angle from her. I am technically behind her, and if I walk up on her like this, you'll have trouble turning her, so you have to stay diagonally back behind her. When you want to turn, your outside rein turns, your inside rein turns, it comes wide. I give the outside rein, and it's a leading, and she's excited today. She hasn't done this for a while, so she wanted to jog, which is super cool. Okay, I'm adjusting my lines to get them straight and even. Got to be sure that they're never tangled. So use your other hand to hold her for a second. Outside rein tells her to go towards the rail. So I was distracted, so she jogged for a second. Whoa, easy. Leading rein to turn her. So the horse is supposed to turn towards the outside rein. So when I use the outside rein, she should turn towards the rail. And this is why it's really important to go right up the rails if you can, outside rein. And if they won't go in the corner, you slap them easy against the shoulder like this. I'm doing it real gentle because she's even jogging because she knows that's a go motion. For horses that will not go forward, when you, easy. This horse is almost too hot. She's really, it's spring here. And so it's been easy. She wants a jig. So horses that don't go forward, you can slap the lines. And you see, I don't even have to slap her. And she goes, whoops, I got to go. So, easy, walk on. You want to use all of your words. You want to say, walk on, easy girl, easy girl. And as you use your outside rein, you pull her against the fence, keep her up on the line. If they won't stay out in the corner, easy, you take your left rein, slap them on the point of their shoulder to push them out, leading outside rein to turn. You know, and I get some jigging here today, and it's like, well, whoops, okay, let my line go a little too fast, and that surprised her, so that's okay. Oh, easy, good girl. Oh, easy, good girl. There we go, we got some relaxation. One of the things you want to do is, you know, not hold your arms up too high. Like if you get them out in front of you, you're going to be exhausted. So this is the one time in life when this horse wants to go. Your forearms should be kind of parallel to the ground. You should have some bend in your elbows. You want to have your hands close together until you want to steer. And when you want to steer, your outside rein opens. Otherwise, you've got your horse on your outside rein and you're asking her either to bend or to steer with your inside rein. So I have her straight, I open my rein, I give my outside rein, my arm goes forward for a second while she negotiates the corner. I take my elbow back, she straightens. I give my right rein, open the left, extend the right rein, and you see my elbow is completely open so she can go around the corner. Contact on the right rein to straighten her. Here we go, left rein left, right rein extends, and this is how the horse gets around the corner. So I'm going to set her up to go down the center line. I'm going to look, and I'm going to open my inside rein. I'm going to keep a little contact on my outside rein, opening inside rein. Going straight off the rail isn't easy. It depends on if you can keep a soft contact. Now I want her to turn left again. I'm going to open my arm to the left again, extend my right elbow. My right elbow is extended. I straighten it out. I pull her back onto the rail. So this is the steering process of outside rein is in primarily contact, and inside rein is opening. We're going to turn. I turn and look. I extend my right elbow. Now I take it back a little bit so I got a little contact in both reins as I go down the rail. If you walk up towards them, if you get too close to the girth or you're not behind them enough, like I'm at a diagonal pace, but if I get up here, they get, she actually knows to keep going, but most horses don't keep going because you're walking up on them. So you have to stay at a 35, 40 degree angle behind them, and you're trying to push them all the time. And you can push them by slapping them with the rein. See, she knows to go if I even move that rein, but you can slap them with the rein. That's one thing about a leather line, is that you can slap them with it, but when it's a really soft nylon rein, can't do anything with it. You definitely should not be doing anything with lines that have knots in them, because they will not slide through the tack, and if you have an emergency, they will get bound up. They will get bound up in the surcingle. You can't get them off in an emergency. They won't slide through the rings. You should not be using anything that has knots in it. So that's about it for now. We'll ask her to whoa, whoa, both reins. And when you step up, whoa, that's what they do at the time. So I had to keep the outside rein on. When I step up to her, I should step left, walk to the girth, and take up my reins, whoa. And that's what they do. They step away from me, say, whoa, stay, whoa, stand, whoa, whoa, stand, whoa, stand. Good girl. Better? Good girl. Step up at the shoulder or the surcingle. Okay, that's it for the moment. We'll show you some more. Whoa. We'll show you some more in a bit. Bye for now. Walk on, walk on. Okay, we wanted to let you see what it looked like for me, what my fingers were doing on the reins, so that you could see this. And I'm going to walk around and reposition these reins. This is one way that people position the reins, but the other way is more like drivers. Woo, woo. And some people have them. Oh. So they're piled up, they're accordion pleated, and they're on top of the index finger. And then walk on so that you can see what it looks like. Some people use this position and some people use the other position. And if you're like me, I have one hand doing one thing and one hand doing the other, and I really don't care. Some people do not have enough strength of grip on their thumb on their index finger, and so they go back to the one where they have them around their hand, more like you do. So I turn these upside down. I'm going to come back here and show it to you again. Whoa, whoa. Come, girl. Come closer. Come closer. Come closer. Good girl. Oh, she's really good about coming close to the camera. Some people turn them like this. Oh, and they're upside down, and they're like this because the last one is around my ring finger like I'm riding. And I have to do that because I don't have enough grip like a driver. But people that drive hold them in their index finger and their thumb. Whoa. Good girl. Don't forget when you stop that you step to the left. Oh, and she's supposed to stand, so that was my fault. Oh, I haven't practiced this much lately. Put all your reins. Whoa. Gather them up. walk to her shoulder, and walk to the surcingle area to be safe. Thank you. Bye. Oh. So it's the same thing going in the other direction. People don't always find it as easy. Their left hand is on the outside. And as you can see, I have all of my extra in the right hand, which is accordion pleated up. And my right hand, I'm holding it like a driving rein. But your outside rein directs are up against the rail, and you stay 45 degrees or 40 or 45 degrees from her leg. Be sure you're back, you're not in kicking distance, and you don't walk up on her through the corners. Staying back behind them, not walking up like this when you turn, because you get so far ahead of them that you can no longer keep them in front of you. You can't really drive them. Your body position makes some of the difference as to whether they go forward or not. So that's a big thing. Your left rein, your outside rein, is going to put her up against the wall and into the corner. And when you turn, it's opening inside rein, and you extend your outside rein so she can go around the corner, which is good. So opening inside rein, soft outside rein, and then take it back. Be sure she stays against the rail. Once you get them used to staying on the rail, they're good about staying on the rail, actually. Sometimes it's hard to go like straight down the center line or go straight off the rail, and that is a trick. It is, I shouldn't say a trick, but it is harder, and you have to practice it some. The minute, like, I just looked down at my reins and she came a little off the rail, because you're fixing your reins, and it's like, okay, so let's see if I can kind of quarter line her here. So open my inside hand. I keep some contact with my left rein, my right rein, my left rein, my right rein, and I got to stay in position. I'm going to turn now, give the outside rein, extend your elbow forward. Right rein was away from my body. And as you keep walking, keep remembering that your upper arms, my upper arms, which is this part of me, wants to be more up and down. And my forearms, this is the one time that my forearms can be parallel to the ground. Outside rein to get her back on the rail, because I was talking to you guys, and so you're not steering, and you got to look where you want to go. Got to be looking down. I'm usually looking towards my horse's nose, actually, and where I'm going. I don't watch their legs so much as her nose, because where her nose is where she's going. So outside rein to be straight, right rein open, outside rein give. Good. Walk on. I walked up on her a little bit. She lost energy. So you don't want the reins to get slack. To straighten her, it's outside rein. Just take it a little bit. I don't actually have a lot of tension in my hands. I don't grip the reins very hard. So she doesn't feel a lot of contact. And you see, I'm not pulling on the inside rein. It's just the weight of the rein itself that's keeping her in contact, really. And use your voice as much as you can. Get them to stand. Now I'm going to walk up on her. Remember, I'm going to step this way. I'm going to step away from her, and I'm going to go at her shoulder, and I'm going to go at the surcingle. Woo. And take up the line as you go. That was really good this time. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. So it's a little bit more awkward to the right, because you're not so good with your left hand usually, unless you're left-handed. And a lot of horses don't lunge as well to the right. But it's just a skill. You just keep practicing it, and it gets better. Okay, have fun. Get some long lining done. Be safe. Keep in mind all your safety equipment. Keep your helmet on. Use your gloves. Don't do it without gloves. Really good leather shoes that you can run in. Roll up your reins. Close up your arenas. Stay out of kicking distance, and have some fun. It's really great. Once you get used to doing this, you can do it all over the farm. You can go for long lining trail rides. They can go over obstacles and stuff. It's really good for them. Take care. Bye.